Well, I'm Peggy Andrew. I was born in Sydney, and when I was a little girl at the public school, I was only 5, and there was a he wasn't retired, he was a missionary for the Methodist Church, and he came to teach us children. And he taught us that God loved us and that Jesus came down to die for us. And he taught us how to pray. So I loved it when he used to come, and I learned a lot. And then when I was about 14 years of age, I began to think about God and wondered what I should do about it, because I used to listen to the heralds, the King's heralds sing, and then there used to be a pastor that gave a message, and I found that the end of the world was coming soon and Jesus was coming, and I wasn't ready. So I decided to go to church, and of course my family was Methodist, so I went to the Methodist church. And I stayed there until I learnt as much as I could learn from them, and then I decided they didn't have anything else, so I left. And some years went by until the Lord healed my little son of heat exhaustion. He told me to give him water, and then I thought I should go to church because the Lord had answered my prayer. So I searched, and I said, Lord, if I can find the truth, I'll become a Christian and I'll get baptised. So that very same year, I met a friend who was going to a mission that had come to Toowoomba, Wangaratta. At Wangaratta, that's right. And she said she was learning things she'd never learned before, and it made me very interested. And I said, well, what about coming to my place and picking me up, and I'll go with you? So we both went off together, and she spoke the truth. I learned things there I'd never learned before in the Methodist Church. And the more I learned, the more excited I got, and I thought, well, the Sabbath is right, so I started keeping the Sabbath. And then the health reform, I thought, oh dear, well, that's it, no more meat. And left off other things which upset my husband a little bit. And then, I did all the studies, and in the end my husband came with me, and we both got baptised together. And then things happened in the church, little things came in that we didn't feel were right. They were different to the history that had been given to Sister White at the beginning, and especially we found that they were saying that we were now a Trinity, and I thought, well, I never thought we were a Trinity. I thought that when I accepted Jesus, he came into my heart by his Spirit, and I thought, this is different to what I believe. And so I tried to talk to some of the elders in the church, and they didn't want to talk to me. And in the end I said to John, this is no good, this church is not teaching the truth anymore. I think we'll leave, and we'll just have a church at home, which we did. And then we found other people that were finding the same truth that we had, so we formed a little group and had a home church. And we've been very happy doing that. Well, I already knew that God had a beloved Son who he'd sent down here to die for us. And so when they started to make the Holy Spirit another person, it just didn't make sense to me. And then I searched more, and I found other people that were searching too, and that was good. I think we have to search the Scriptures, and that's what Jesus said, to find the truth. And when we know for sure it is, to stand by it.